Bon Appetit's restaurant and drinks editor, Andrew Knowlton, travels the country looking for what's tasty. He eats out about 250 nights a year and still stays trim.
Exercise.
Yeah, and only on CBS This Morning, he's here to reveal best new restaurants. Also with us, the magazine's editor-in-chief, Adam Rapoport. Good morning to you both.
Good morning, guys.
Okay, from both of you, what do you use to decide what makes the best restaurants?
I think first of all, we're looking for the whole package.
Yeah.
We want vibe, ambiance, lighting, food, obviously. But when you go out to eat, it's always about more than just filling up. You want that entire experience. It's like going to the theater. It's like, it's your night out. It's got to be more than just the food.
Mm-hmm. But Andrew, didn't I read that you map out 30 cities and go in anonymously so no one knows who you are and you can really get an unbiased look?
It's a year-round process, and then I travel for probably 3 to 4 months, pretty hardcore. Just ask my wife. I always have to buy her a nice gift when I get back. And then I always go anonymously. I make fake names. This year's name was Bo Dunwoody, which I guess would be my porn name, maybe.
Yeah. So that's your street and your childhood pet?
My first pet, B-E-A-U. I always want them to spell it right, and then Dunwoody, where I'm from. So yes, it's a year-long process.
The X-rated version of CBS.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Number one new restaurant on the list this year is...
Drum roll. Is a restaurant in Washington, D.C., Rose's Luxury.
Which I said to you, where?
Where? So it's Barracks Row. I think it used to be a somewhat rough neighborhood, and it's up and coming. They do the most amazing fried chicken, boneless fried chicken. The line starts at 5:30 in the afternoon. I'm not,
no reservations.
No reservations.
That looks great. So did you wait in line?
It's a family affair. Yeah, I got there. I was going to go have a drink at the bar next door, and I got there at 5, and I was like, well, I'm not having that drink because there was already a line of 20 people outside. So, but you can get in. There's a way to get in. Just what I think this is a game changer this year is the hospitality side of it. We got away from that, I feel. It became all about the chef.
Yeah.
And this year it's really back to they're in the business of making people happy. And sometimes I think we've forgotten that.
And especially Rose's, they do such a good job. The waitresses and waiters always giving you a little free something and remembering you, and just it's about you come to a restaurant for a good time.
For the experience.
Yeah, but this notion of waiters telling you how to eat your dish and the chef no, that's how the chef serves it. There's no substitutions. That whole sort of, it got to be a little haughty almost. You were lucky to be there. Right. And that's not how it should be.
Yeah. You mentioned not being haughty. A food truck made the list.
Food truck, yes, yeah. First time ever.
First time ever. I think this list, more than any other year, was really indicative of what's happening in food. And
so
it's
what's
not
the food
just
truck?
The food truck is Tycoon, which is in Austin, Texas, literally in the back of a bar. So you go through the bar, pick up your Lone Star beer, tall boy, and then go in the backyard and order from this food truck that's parked there. Thai food, some of the most fiery stuff I've had. You're eating out of these paper boats almost. The beef Penang curry you will remember for a long, long time, and it's just in a good way, in a very good way.
I want to make sure we get to a number of these restaurants. What about did a restaurant in New York make the list?
Yeah, so on Houston, almost Houston and Broadway, a restaurant called Estella, which is kind of Mediterranean. The mad genius of Ignacio Matos was just the chef there.
The food, it looks simple, but the flavors are just. I think he's the most thoughtful chef going right now, and it's just every dish kind of surprises you in a way. It's not like fireworks and whatnot, but it's just simple and delicious. And I think what's interesting about all these restaurants, from a food truck to Stella, which is lively, the notion of the days of white tablecloths and flowers, that's not there anymore. It's all about the food and the ambiance and the service now, which I think we like. And also a lot of more affordable places now.
There's so many different entry points into how to eat now.
And LA restaurants?
So it's a food market in downtown LA, Grand Central Market. It's been there actually since 1917, but just recently went new vendors coming in. But it's that mix of kind of old and new that makes it a special place. There's a restaurant called Egg Slut. Sorry, we're going really...
It's not family hour.
That has the most outrageous egg sandwich that you've ever had. But then
that really is the name.
There's bacon. You can get bacon. Yeah, it really is the name. Egg Slut. It's fun to say.
But then you have the old school Mexican joints that are Chinese. It's very LA, and there's something for everyone.
We got to go, but really quickly, do you guys fight over this? I mean, do you have veto power?
I've once vetoed a restaurant that he wanted to get, but for the most part, it's Andrew's list. He's the critic. I respect that. It's a subjective list, and he's a wonderful writer with great opinions. And
I will say that restaurant is very successful, and it's opened multiple locations. So.
Well, thanks for bringing us a sample, too,
Andrew, we're going to.
This is from Tycoon, by the way.
If you want to learn more about these top restaurants, go to CBSThisMorning.com.